My buddy here's got these nice stereo monitor headphones, but he ripped the cord, or the cord started coming out of the plug. So we're going to replace the plug. We have a new one there. We have our soldering iron. We got our beer. We got all our tools. So let's begin. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is determine which of the solder tabs here corresponds to the tip and to the ring. I know the base is going to be the ground, so that's no worry. But we need to know which tab goes to that ring in the middle and the tip. The ring in the middle is the right side, or red, and the tip is the left side, or black. And we want to get those right. So we're going to use our continuity checker and on my meter here. And all we have to do is find one, and then we'll know what the other one is. So we'll just do the tip here. So the tip is going to be the leftmost tab as we're looking at it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to trim these wires to conform to the new plug the best we can. We want this main part of the cord to sit in this part here. This is called the strain relief. And then we want the red wire on the right side and the black wire on the left side, and this green wire coming through the bottom and soldered there. So we're going to have to cut accordingly, strip the wire accordingly, so we get a good connection and where the strain relief will hold. Okay, this red wire is about where it needs to be for the red and the black, so we're going to cut both to this length here. And then we're going to strip them. Okay, we got the red and black wires cut the length and stripped. Now we're going to do the ground wire. Just cut off a little bit there. A lot of times they come with this fuzz woven into it for strength, so I like to take a lighter here, burn that down, and then give us a nice strip like that. Now we have our ground lead. Next thing we're going to do is tin our leads. We do this because it strengthens the bond when we go to solder, and it makes it easier to get these little leads, these little wires in the little holes on the tabs. Because if you don't tin the leads, then all these little copper wires tend to spread out as you're trying to insert it into the tab. It creates a bit of a mess. You want to get them twisted up nice and sharp. Take your handy dandy soldering iron, a wet sponge or wet paper towel, get it all nice and silver. Take a little bit of flux, get a little flux on the leads, put a little solder on the tip here, just like that. Now you can see all the leads have a little bit of solder on them to keep them together. You have to put the plug together in the proper order. You can see the plug back shell with the strain relief, and even though this is sticking out, this is not the part that goes first. This part goes first, and then this part, because this has to slide down inside the back shell. Now the thing with soldering like this is you want a good physical connection before a good electrical connection. So we want to make sure that the wire goes to these holes and is firmly secured without any solder before we solder. So remember, the tip is the leftmost tab, and that's going to go to the black wire. There we go. A little flux. Okay. Okay, you see how that's not a big blob? It just barely coats in there and secures the wire electrically. Now we're going to do the ground. We see it sticking out right there. Okay, we have the red wire secured in the other tab. We'll bring it down, tighten it up, just like that. A good physical connection before an electrical connection. Oh, popped out. Got a little flux. That's what the solder should look like. Okay, we're ready to close this up. Let's go ahead and close up our strain relief. Always like to overlap them a little bit. Like that. That's a good connection right there. And we put on our back shell. We are back in business. That's all, folks.